Hello, everyone, and thank you for attending the Subway Springfield Virtual Job Fair event. I would like to introduce you to Alyssa. Alyssa will tell you about her company, job openings, and how to apply for those openings. Alyssa?
Thanks, Daniel, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Alyssa Furling, and I own Fresh Fit Subs in Springfield, Illinois. We have 9 sub locations throughout central Illinois. In Jacksonville, we've got 4 locations. We also have locations in Chatham, Williamsville, and Whitehall, Illinois, and 2 locations in Springfield. We were founded in 2012, but Chelsea, my sister, who is the CEO and also an owner of our company, her and I have been involved in Subway and businesses for longer than that, with lots of different family businesses. We really enjoy being involved in the community and really reaching out outside of our stores. So we're usually involved in lots of different community events when hopefully those take place more often, and lots of in-store activities as well. We try to encourage our team members to get involved as much as possible. We try to offer lots of great benefits for our team. Our average wage right now is $14 an hour or more. For this year, we offer hourly pay plus tips, and our employees, our team members, get some really great tips. So that's kind of unique in the food service industry for a quick service restaurant, at least. We also offer paid vacation time for our managers, and we're working on a paid time off program for our full-time employees as well. So that will be something we're launching soon. We also offer retirement benefits for all of our full-time employees. So not just managers, our regular employees and full-time employees can access those retirement benefits as well. So we're really excited about that. We do have multiple positions available. We call our regular team members our sandwich artists. That's kind of our starting team member. Then we also have shift leaders who handle things like opening and closing the store and maybe managing another team member during their shift. And then we also have some positions available for a store manager, which would involve placing orders and truck deliveries throughout the week, and also handling the scheduling and management of the store throughout the week. We have, like I said, lots of different positions available, and we're looking to hire and grow our company in hopefully lots of different ways with some great people from our community.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, I know you said you were going to go ahead and maybe put up a...
Oh, yes. Let me share my contact information.
Excellent. And once we get that up on screen, of course, for the job seekers that are tuning in, you'll be able to reach directly out to Alyssa for any questions, of course, that you do have for her regarding any of the positions that she covered here today.
Yes.
Alyssa, in the meantime, I do have some questions I'd like to go ahead and ask you, if that's okay.
Please do.
Excellent. So the first question that I have for you, Alyssa, is how long does the hiring process typically take from the point of submitting an application to actually being extended that offer for hire?
Yeah, right now we're being pretty aggressive with our hiring. Obviously, everyone is trying to hire right now, but we are usually pretty fast about getting someone onboarded. The Subway job is not super difficult to learn, so it's a pretty simple process from start to finish to feeling pretty confident in the store. So once you submit your application, we do take those online at subway.com. You can actually apply to any Subway in our area through that one website. So once you go to subway.com and submit your application, probably takes about 15 to 20 minutes to submit your application and answer all of those questions. Within about a week or so, you'll probably hear back from one of my team members to set up an interview. So depending on your schedule, we usually get those interviews in pretty quick and make a hiring decision, usually right off the bat there. If you're excited about joining your team and you seem like a great fit, we usually try to get you hired as soon as possible. We do use online onboarding as well, so paperless onboarding to try and get that process as smooth as possible through Paycom. So we do get you onboarded. That usually takes, I would say, a couple hours to get through the standard tax paperwork, all of that good stuff that you need to get hired and onboarded. And then we take about 2 weeks in-store training a new sandwich artist in all of the different sandwich builds, cleaning practices, food safety, health and hygiene, all of that good stuff that it takes to to run a great restaurant and make some great sandwiches with Subway. So probably from start to finish, from filling out your application to being really confident in the store, you're looking at about maybe a 2 to 3 week process.
Excellent. Great information. Thank you for that, Alyssa.
Sure.
Alyssa, the next question that I do have for you is, can you kind of elaborate a little bit on what your scheduling looks like? Do you offer flex schedule maybe for folks that are going to school? Do you offer part-time, so on and so forth?
Absolutely. Like I said before, we've got lots of different positions available. Starting with our part-time positions, we have lots of high school and college folks who work with us a lot of times throughout the summer, but even through the school year. And we work around school schedules often in our stores to try and accommodate as much as possible. We think learning is extremely important. So I appreciate those kids who work for us and go to school at the same time. We also have a couple scholarship opportunities for folks who are in school through Subway and through our local areas here. So we try to encourage our folks to search out those scholarship opportunities while they work for us too. Then we also have full-time and more flexible schedule positions like our opening and closing positions. If you like morning time hours, we've got those. And if you're a night owl, we've got some closing positions as well available. And then for our managers, those folks typically do work, maybe a typical 9 to 5 schedule, 40 to 45 hours a week. But our restaurants are open more hours than that. So like any typical restaurant, sometimes we've got to come in on some of those off hours and cover things. Our restaurants are open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. So nothing extreme, but everything we can handle there. It's a pretty fun job. I really do enjoy it, from even making sandwiches all the way on up.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, the next question that I have for you is, how can its candidates stand out and get an interview, assuming they're qualified for the position? Is there anything maybe they should highlight in a resume, or maybe experience maybe they should bring up during an interview, anything like that that might give them a competitive edge?
Excellent question. Yeah, like I mentioned before, we are really community focused in our company. So I always look for people who enjoy volunteer work. Maybe they've already worked with a local organization or have an organization they're passionate about helping. So we always look for those kind of folks who like to be out and about in the community and doing, especially volunteer service and helping out those organizations around us who are really exciting to work for and doing some great work in our community. So that's one way. Another way is, if you have some great customer service skills from a past job, it doesn't necessarily have to be in food service, but we really do try to focus on a great customer experience and trying to provide a really great, healthy, fast meal for our customers who are in a hurry. So really good customer service experience is wonderful. But even if you don't have any experience at all, we've taken lots of first-time job applicants or people who have been away from the workforce for a while. And Subway is a great job to kind of get your feet wet again in the workforce and get some of those skills back that you maybe haven't worked with for a while or are brand new to you to begin with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Alyssa. And Alyssa, on average, how often would you say new jobs are posted? So if for whatever reason, maybe somebody wasn't able to make this round of hires, or for whatever reason, maybe, application snag or something like that came up, what's kind of the opportunities that are available? What is the frequency of them, I suppose?
Absolutely. You probably are aware that everybody's hiring right now, so it's a good time to submit an application and get hired quickly. But nonetheless, we're always looking for great candidates to join our team to grow. We're in kind of a growth phase right now to add more locations and more exciting businesses as well. But we also work with other Subway franchisees in the area. So if we've got a great candidate and maybe they don't work out so well for us, maybe we're not hiring or don't have a position available for that person at the time, I always am really happy to share that application with another Subway owner or manager in the area to help get them a job in the Subway network here that we have. It's a really great family to join.
Awesome. Thank you for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, I'm assuming if job seekers do have any application related questions or any other inquiries, they could probably reach out to you right at that contact information that you do have there.
Absolutely. Send me an email or give me a phone call. You can even connect with me on Facebook if that's where you choose to. Ask me your questions. I'm happy to give you an answer. And like I said, if Fresh Fit Subs, our company of 9 stores, isn't the best fit, I can hopefully get you connected with a Subway in the area.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, I've got a couple questions for you that are probably a little bit different, if you will, but they actually do come up kind of frequently on especially these single employer events that I host. One of those questions is, would you consider your organization to be, let's say, like a second chance employer? So if folks have minor misdemeanors, minor infractions, anything like that, would that be a factor that would exclude them from any of the employment opportunities that you covered here today in general?
No, not necessarily. We have a pretty diverse workforce just in general. So I don't necessarily exclude anyone because of their background. We do have some things that we look for, and we'll usually talk to a candidate and kind of get their explanation and see where they are in their life and how they're working to improve maybe some of those past mistakes and things like that. So we don't necessarily exclude anyone because of a conviction or something like that. Hopefully everyone who is wanting a job and excited to come to work will do their best, and that's what we're hoping for. So it doesn't necessarily exclude you, no.
Awesome. Thank you, Alyssa. And Alyssa, the second question that I have for you, again, kind of a different one, but I think it's applicable considering, this very customer facing role. Do you have any sort of restrictions on tattoos, hair color, piercings, anything like that?
That's a great question. We are pretty flexible, especially nowadays with a lot of different, personal choices like piercings and tattoos. Obviously, we have to follow all food safety and food codes, which do kind of exclude some of the jewelry and some, hair accessories and things like that. So as long as it follows the food code and is tasteful and not offensive to customers, things like that, you can have tattoos and piercings. We also do follow right now all of our COVID mandates. So everybody's wearing face masks and all hair nets, all of that good stuff too. So like I said, as long as we're following the food safety rules, we're pretty flexible when it comes to your personal choices.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, you actually answered the next question I was going to ask you, I believe, which was COVID safety precautions and how your organization is handling that. Sounds like you do have some precautions in place. And again, just wanted to share that with folks so they're aware. I know there's some folks that still have some concerns regarding that. I don't know if there's anything else maybe that you want to elaborate or share on that front, but if not, I'll go ahead and ask you your next question.
Yeah, no, I'll expand a little bit. We do follow all of the national mandates right now and local mandates for all of our COVID restrictions. So we've got customer area flow patterns that try to encourage social distancing. We've, of course, got masks for our employees in stores, disposable masks if you choose to wear those, or we welcome you to wear your cloth mask. And we also encourage all of our customers to wear masks as well. And then we do a simple health screening checklist every morning for our team members. Just make sure that everybody who comes to work is feeling well, make sure that we're not spreading those germs around. And then we're also doing extra cleaning practices as well, hourly cleaning for our high touch points, cleaning and sanitization practices, and of course, hand washing and all of the above to make sure we're nice and clean and germ free in all of our areas. We have had a few cases, unfortunately, in our company, like many companies have, but in those cases, we've closed down our restaurants and actually cleaned the stores, which I guess is above and beyond what most of the health departments are requiring. So we're very cautious about our team members. We're really trying to make sure that we don't have any COVID cases in our team. We've also been encouraging our team members to quarantine, get vaccinated, and do everything that makes them feel comfortable to come to work and continue working with us.
Understood. Thank you so much for all that information, Alyssa. Alyssa, the last question that I do have for you before we kind of begin our wrap up of today's presentation here is, what are the opportunities for advancement at your organization? And are there any particular maybe success stories that you'd like to highlight or share with folks that are tuning in?
Yeah, that's a great question too. Subway is a really great brand to start with. You probably have known a Subway store at some point throughout your restaurant journey. If you've been traveling, you might have grabbed a sandwich along the road somewhere, and hopefully that's been a great experience. So we've got a huge network of stores and lots of opportunities, not just with my company. I do try to give lots of opportunities for advancement, of course, within our own company, but there's so many different opportunities if you're looking to be maybe in the Subway corporate world. There's even jobs there that some sandwich artists have started out working in a store and worked their way all the way up to the corporate side of things. So there's really a lot of different ways that you can be involved in Subway, even if you're not interested in just making sandwiches in a store, which is what primarily we do with Fresh Fit Subs. Just for my company in specific, we have sandwich artists who have gone on to be store managers. And we also have sandwich artists who are now our area managers, our directors of training, and have been store managers for us for many, many years. So hopefully we're creating a really great career for people and encouraging people to promote themselves and work for higher advancement within our organization and within Subway in general.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that, Alyssa. And Alyssa, with that, I think we'll go ahead and begin kind of the wrap up or summary portion of today's event. So I do want to turn things back over to you. I know you've already been answering a ton of questions, but I do want to turn things back over to you to allow you to have an opportunity to make any sort of concluding remarks, summary statements you like to make, maybe highlight something that you covered during your presentation, or maybe include something that you feel you might have accidentally overlooked. If you want to go ahead and do so, you can at this time.
Sure. Well, I hope I haven't overlooked anything, but if I have, please reach out to me with your questions. I've left my contact information on the screen here. So please contact me if you do have any questions. I do encourage you to go ahead and submit an application at subway.com. You'll see a link for careers, and you can see some of the corporate jobs I mentioned earlier. You can see those posted online at subway.com as well. You can also apply for my stores. I'll give you those locations one more time, just so those are in your head. We've got 2 locations in Springfield. Those are on the west side of town, on West Isles and West Wabash. Then I've got 2 stores or close to Springfield here, one in Chatham and one in Williamsville. I have 4 stores in Jacksonville area and 1 store down in Whitehall, Illinois. So those are my 9 locations, but at subway.com, you can apply for all stores in our area and including some higher up jobs in the corporate structure as well. So hopefully if you don't have any other questions, I'll hear from you through an application and you'll get a call from one of my team members and we'll set up an interview with you.
Excellent. Thank you so much for that information, Alyssa. And thank you so much, of course, for carving time out of your schedule to meet with us today and, of course, present all of this wonderful information and for your openness, obviously, in answering all the questions that I asked of you today. Much appreciated. Again, I want to reiterate to the folks that are tuning in, this session has been recorded and it will be uploaded to the Illinois workNet YouTube channel later this afternoon. So if you need to come back and review any of the information that was covered here by Alyssa today before you want to fill out those job applications or maybe reach out to her, please feel free to do so. Again, that'll be uploaded later this afternoon and you'll be able to find it under the virtual job fair playlist on the Illinois workNet YouTube channel. Alyssa, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Take care.